Mike Panetta, U.S. Shadow Representative for the District of Columbia. I'm here at DC Vote Lobby Day. We're about to hit congressional offices, let them know that we're in support of the District of Columbia Voting Rights Act. I'll be leading a team going to several offices as the other captains here. You can see we have a lot of people here today. We're very excited to get to the Hill. We're about to get started, so I'll hope to see you on the other side.
This is a historic day in the District of Columbia where a group of DC residents are gathered in the U.S. Capitol, and we're getting ready to go door to door to take our message to those who make the laws of this land to advocate for DC voting rights. It was on this date in April 1862 when Abraham Lincoln freed approximately 3,100 men and women who were slaves in the District of Columbia. We remember that day, we celebrate that day, and so today we are taking that special occasion to go and advocate for our future, our rights, our voting rights, full voting rights for the District of Columbia. It's important for us, it's important for all of us as a city for this to be a world-class city. So I'm excited to be here and excited to be a resident of the district.
The day of reckoning has come. Yes, they are trying to plaster an amendment to our magnificent bill. And they're trying to plaster it so tight that it will be hard to get it off before the vote. But I promise you this, if they put a foreign object on our magnificent voting rights bill, we will not let a gun amendment rest in peace on our rights. Never happen. I so appreciate that somehow this has all happened, Ilir, coincidentally, as it were, with Emancipation Day. But I'm so appreciative that DC Vote and the entire coalition have revived Emancipation Day for more than some historic occasion. My own great-grandfather, Richard Holmes, was one of 3,000 runaway slaves in the District of Columbia who was emancipated on Emancipation Day. He'd run away from a plantation in Virginia. I think that's how he wants us to celebrate this day. That's what he wanted to do. I believe it would be foolish not to seize the vote at hand. It would be foolish on Emancipation Day, after more than 200 years of trying, to walk away from a fight. I'm looking at people who do not know how to walk away from a good fight, and I love you for it.
That's right. Because we're not fully emancipated, right? We need to get all of the rights and privileges that all other Americans have, and that's our demand. So when we demand the vote, we're really demanding democracy. We're demanding the rest of what comes with the vote. Oh, that's very important. Yesterday was tax day, and I was not surprised to find out, but sort of rededicated to this fight, that DC residents pay more taxes per capita than any other jurisdiction in the country, federal taxes, without representation. So that's why we're wearing these t-shirts today, taxation by representation. So there is no standing still. There is no, we can keep what we have if we don't make noise, if we don't move forward. The only way that we can prevent this from happening again is to keep fighting for our rights, to keep fighting for voting representation, to keep fighting for improved home rule, and yes, to keep fighting for statehood. That's how we're going to get to where we need to be. We can't win by standing still, because they're going to roll us back, right? So that's why we're here on Emancipation Day, to ask for full emancipation.
We are making landmark steps in achieving voting rights, and I think an incremental step towards statehood is just what we need. I think that we have excitement. We have a new president in office, and I think we need to look at that, and we need to hit while the iron is hot. We need to strike while the iron is hot. And I think that we're doing that. I want you to know that the DC Council is in support of all of Eleanor Holmes Norton's efforts, and I believe the mayor also released a statement that he is in support, and that's landmark too, let me tell you. That's landmark too, that we are all in agreement.
Nelson Ryman Snyder, I'm a 40-year resident District of Columbia. I'm an Army veteran, and I've been working on voting rights since I was in high school 50 years ago. And I'm especially working on it now because my son just got back from 2 tours in Iraq. He was born in Washington, grew up here, Captain James Ryman Snyder, 05 West Point, appointed by Eleanor Holmes Norton, and he wants a vote in the House of Representatives. He doesn't think anyone should be sent to war or pay taxes who's not represented in their national legislature. That's why I'm here today.